Have you ever wondered why trucks and other heavy-duty machines don't use petrol engines like regular cars do? If you look back to the early 20th century, work trucks did run on gasoline, yet they vanished completely. Spoiler, it's not simply because diesel is cheaper. To understand the real reason, we first need to look at how the fuels themselves differ. In simple terms, diesel contains more hydrocarbons, which means it has a higher energy density. In other words, each drop of diesel stores more energy than gasoline. However, to release that energy, diesel requires higher pressure, and that brings us to a key idea: torque. Torque is the twisting force needed to move a heavy load. For trucks, torque is what allows them to start moving from a standstill with enormous cargo and keep climbing hills without slowing down. How do you make an engine produce more torque? By increasing the stroke length, giving the piston more time to push the crankshaft. But a longer stroke increases compression inside the cylinder, something only diesel can withstand without detonating early. Diesel engines produce their maximum torque at very low RPM, which is perfect for heavy-duty work where massive pulling force is needed right from the start. This brings us to efficiency. Diesel engines are more efficient because they burn fuel more effectively, and diesel's higher energy density means they need less fuel to produce the same power as gasoline engines. They also use higher compression ratios, extracting more energy from each drop. For trucking companies, this translates into longer driving ranges and much lower fuel costs. To understand how important fuel efficiency is, consider this. Diesel engines are typically 20 to 35% more efficient than gasoline engines. Long-haul trucks average around 10 kilometers per liter. With an annual mileage of about 120,000 kilometers, a truck spends roughly $46,000 on diesel per year, while a gasoline engine would burn through about $50,000 for the same distance. Multiply that by a fleet of 10 trucks and the extra cost becomes enormous, even if gasoline were slightly cheaper per liter. Diesel engines also last much longer. They are built with stronger, heavier components designed to handle high compression and internal stress. And since diesel engines operate at lower RPM ranges, the components experience less wear and tear. That's why it's common to see diesel trucks easily surpass 1 million kilometers before needing major repairs. Because of these advantages, diesel remains the dominant choice for everything from light-duty cargo vans to long-haul trucks, dump trucks, buses, and heavy industrial machines. But what about the future, where emissions need to be reduced? Battery electric trucks exist, but they face 4 major challenges: battery weight, long charging times, limited range under heavy load, and high replacement costs. Natural gas trucks are another option, though they're not as versatile as diesel. Hydrogen could eventually become the ideal solution, but we're likely 20 years away from it being a fully viable replacement. So for now, diesel engines will continue powering heavy transportation for quite a while.